Nelson Mandela. A detailed look at his life and impact. Early life and background. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was born on the 18th of July, 1918, in the rural village of Mvezo in South Africa. His name, Rolihlahla, roughly means troublemaker, which is funny because he later made trouble for unfair laws by standing up for justice. Mandela grew up in a traditional Xhosa community, but his father died when he was young. He then went to live with a local chief, who made sure Mandela got a good education. Mandela attended some of the best schools available to Black South Africans at the time, eventually studying law at the University of Fort Hare and later in Johannesburg. Understanding apartheid. To understand Mandela's mission, you have to know what apartheid was. Apartheid was a system created by the South African government from 1948 to the early 1992s. It forced people into racial groups and gave white people almost all the power. Black South Africans couldn't vote, couldn't live where they wanted, and were punished for speaking out. This unfair system is what Mandela dedicated his life to fighting. Mandela, the activist. In the 1942, Mandela joined the African National Congress, ANC, a political group trying to fight apartheid peacefully. He helped start the ANC Youth League, which pushed for stronger and more active resistance. Throughout the 1952, Mandela organized protests, strikes, boycotts, and marches. He believed that people had the right to freedom and dignity. However, the government labeled him a threat. After the Sharpeville massacre in 1960, where police killed peaceful protesters, Mandela and others decided peaceful methods alone weren't enough. This led to the formation of Umkhonto we Sizwe, MK, the ANC's armed wing. Mandela became one of its leaders, focusing on sabotage of government structures, not harming people to fight injustice. Arrest and 27 years in prison. In 1962, Mandela was arrested again, and in 1964, during the Rivonia trial, he was sentenced to life in prison. At the trial, he gave his iconic speech stating he was willing to die for a free and democratic South Africa. Mandela spent most of his prison years on Robben Island, where conditions were extremely harsh. Prisoners were forced to do hard labor, had limited rights, and were separated from their families. Despite all this, Mandela remained mentally strong. He studied, wrote, and became a symbol of resistance. His calmness, leadership, and discipline inspired not only fellow prisoners, but the entire world. Freedom and the end of apartheid. Throughout the 1980 seconds, protests in South Africa and international pressure increased. Countries placed sanctions on South Africa, and global campaigns demanded Mandela's release. On the 11th of February 1990, Nelson Mandela finally walked free after 27 years in prison. Millions watched on TV as he raised his fist in victory. After his release, Mandela didn't call for violence or revenge. Instead, he worked with President F.W. de Klerk to peacefully end apartheid. Both men received the 1993 Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts. First Black president of South Africa. In 1994, South Africa held its first democratic election where everyone, Black, white, Indian, mixed race, could vote. The ANC won, and Mandela became the country's first Black president. As president, Mandela focused on healing the nation, uniting different racial groups, expanding education and housing, rebuilding the economy. He also supported the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, TRC, which allowed people to share stories of past injustices and work toward healing. Mandela served one term and stepped down in 1999, showing the world that true leadership includes knowing when to let others take over. Later, life and global influence. After leaving office, Mandela continued to support peace, HIV divided by AIDS awareness, children's rights, and education. He became one of the most respected moral leaders of the world. Mandela passed away on the 5th of December 2013 at age 95. His funeral was attended by leaders from around the globe, showing how deeply he touched humanity. Mandela's legacy. Nelson Mandela is remembered as a freedom fighter, a symbol of peace and forgiveness, a global human rights icon, a leader who helped transform South Africa from a system of hate to a democracy. Around the world, schools, streets, awards, and charities are named after him. Every year, on July 18, people celebrate Mandela Day, encouraging everyone to do acts of kindness and service. Thank you, my viewer. I hope you keep it here on my channel for more discoveries on all the celebrities' untold journeys. Like, comment, and subscribe on Hajara Rama channel. Thank you so much.